Hey y'all, welcome back to Mom Before Life. My name is Trina, and today, girl, life is lifing, okay? Life is lifing. I just told y'all how I was trying my best not to self-sabotage with stuff happening, and like I've tried to record this video a couple times, and every time I record it, I just start crying. So I'm not even gonna try to even explain to you guys what is going on and what has happened. I'm just gonna go about my day, try to keep my mind busy, all of that. But I love my hair, y'all. I don't know how it would look, but to me it look cute, and my curl patterns are there, curl pattern popping out and stuff, so it's cute. I love it. It looks healthier to me. I'm definitely gonna get me some self-care because I need it, like on level 10. Okay, I need it like badly. I can't even fully function right now, like fully think, y'all. Like I feel like my anxiety is so high that it's making me feel a little weird. Like I feel like I need to like sit down and like truly like process what has happened. But just the thought of sitting down and feeling that pain right now, I can't. I don't want to. I don't want to. I wanted to wake up Uncle Marcus so we can go get some food. But I didn't want to wake him up. I wanted to give him a chance to wake up on his own, so that's not the first thing he hears or the first interaction he gets this morning. And so I was like, you know what? I left his house and I was like, let me go ahead and go to Dirt Cheap. Like, let me look around, because I seen a posting where they said they had 50-cent clothing. I might be able to find something for me or the kids, or a little, whatever. But enough rambling, honey. Let's get up in this store.
I definitely need to start shopping at Dirt Cheap way more than I do, because $2 for some children's shoes, girl, where is that not a deal? Where is that not a deal? Okay, my only complaint is that they didn't really have a boy selection for the shoes, like in the $2 section. Cause like where's the boys' shoes at? Now I did find these, but they are super ugly, baby. I am not a goat, honey. We Christians over here, we are sheep. Okay, the Lord is my shepherd. What? All right, anyways. Cheesy Christian joke. Don't judge me. But yeah, I love the brown. I was really just looking for stuff for the kids. So now this right here, girl, go to 50 cents out. You already know I was looking for the little blue circles. I found this right here. Oh my gosh, y'all. It was so ugly I had to record it. Baby, what is this quilt? A little overthrow. If it was a jacket and it actually had like a pattern on it, that would be okay. I wanted these so bad, but like I'm super serious about losing weight. I'm back on my fitness journey. These were an XL. Had they been a large, I would have grabbed them. But I was like, if I get an XL, that's just me confirming that I'm not going to be losing weight. And so I left them, even though they were only $2. Y'all, the underwear was $3. And y'all know we just paid 50 cents for them, so I was not. Now I did look around. Girl, tell me why I look. Ugh, do they not look used? Baby, that's deodorant all on the bra thing. I was like, that's nasty, baby. Why y'all up here changing your bras there? I don't know what was going on. I just know I was not interested. So this is why I always wash and sanitize the clothes I get from here.
I am done shopping. I actually got some really good stuff for a teenager. But I am at my brother's house, y'all. Ghost is acting a donkey, baby. I had to sweet talk him into going in the house. Why you leaving my brother off all the time? Come on, come in the house. Come on, let's go in the house. He ain't got no treats today, baby. I ain't got no treats today. Come on, let's go in the house. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's like 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. Today was just one of them days. I'm going to call it a mental health day for myself. And so today, I just honestly just take it easy. I think I'm going to finish out doing, I'm probably going to go to like Bargain Hunt or something, another bargain store, just to see if I can find some deals, look around. I have a little retail therapy for things that I actually need, like clothes for the kids. I'm going to go ahead and make this as short and sweet as I can. My brother, one of my brothers, not Marcus, not the baby boy, the other one. If you watched my, it was like a Goodwill Bins video. My brother took me for my birthday. It's that brother, the one you never see. He was charged with murder in October of 2020. It took 4 months to get him out of jail. As you know, that's a serious charge. It's a lot of money to bail out. And my sister chose to give up. Her house down payment money. She was planning on moving. She chose to give that up, and that was the major part of getting him out. That helped out a ton. You know, without it, he definitely would have been in there a whole lot longer if he would have even gotten out. This has been a very long process, a very taxing process. He got arrested, like I said, October 2020, got out February 2021. And it's just been a life changer. Mind you, this man has never been arrested before for anything. I want to say he may have gotten a ticket before for like speeding, but no real crime. Matter of fact, when this happened, when they came to my brother's job with SWAT all over him, for one, they had to pick him up from his job. Two, they had to use the picture of him where they just had arrested him in his work clothes as the picture to like show who he was, because there was no booking log photos or anything like that to post. See, like I said, he'd never been in trouble. My brother had to get an ankle monitor on. For the first time in his life, he was told when he had to be back home as an adult, and he had to pay for that. And it's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. He started trial. His trial started this week, y'all, and I know that when people have family members who are charged with a crime, the first thing they do is try to defend that person. I, on the other hand, try to look at things from what evidence is there, because most people, even if, let's say, just my experience from watching the news and stuff, right? You'll have parents who have children who have a history of breaking and entering, right? And then something will happen and the parents will be, oh no, they were this, they were that, they were great. And it's like, like, I'm not saying your child deserved whatever happened. Like, let's say, you know, they got injured extremely badly doing a robbery or something. I'm not saying that. There's a saying here in the South where it says, if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So I'm not surprised that it happened, but I'm not saying they deserved it. But I've learned just from watching that so many times that it's the best to say, what's the evidence, versus getting emotionally defensive. I didn't even think of like, okay, my brother, because who wants to believe something like that about their sibling? So I listened to my brother when he said he didn't do this. But I waited until I got his discovery packet. And when I tell you, every piece of evidence was some bull crap, okay? How is somebody saying, I saw somebody, but I couldn't make out the face? How's that evidence? Even all the evidence that came in his packet, none of it coincided with each other. Like, one person said the shooter stood over the person they shot, and somebody else came up to them and was like, let's go. Another person said that they shot and immediately took off. How? Not to mention, like, the two people who said my brother told him they did it. Mind you, let's just take the common sense approach, okay? If I go do a crime, right? If I do a crime, what are the chances I'm just gonna randomly tell somebody I did the crime when they ask? Who does that? Nobody is going. Okay, that's besides the point. The two people that said that my brother told them they did it were co-defendants on another on another crime they did together, I guess. It was a girl and a boy. And the girl said she saw my brother do it, but the defense did not allow her to take the stand and testify because she had said in the first trial that it was another dude. I think what bothers me the most about this case is that you have a detective who did some real deal grimy, like movie type stuff, like the stuff you see in movies where, you know, they plot and they scheme. Like, I think a couple things are like really just, I gotta process it. Like, one, the fact that a police officer was able to do this, gotta process it. Even though I've heard stories and I've watched documentaries and I know this is real, the fact that it is happening to somebody who is close to me, crazy. Two, the second thing I gotta process is that I was not prepared for my brother to take a deal. All of the evidence, matter of fact, let's just say this. None of the evidence says that my brother did it. Outside of two people who were co-defendants that are currently in prison, outside of that, there's nothing else that points to my brother doing this. Now, you may say, well, that's two people that are witnesses to your brother doing it. Okay, cool. Okay, like I said, the first girl, I wouldn't call her a reliable witness because she said another dude did it during the first trial. And then this trial, now she's saying my brother did it. That's who did it. So are you saying two people did it? Okay, that's besides the point. Not reliable. Not a reliable witness at all. Okay. Two, the dude, the co-defendant, her the co-defendant. Okay. This isn't a recording that my brother just got yesterday, because they didn't even give my brother's lawyer, the DA did not give my brother's lawyer all of the evidence. It almost was a mistrial, right? They get the tapes, right? They get the tapes. It's 4 tapes. They get a chance to listen to 1 tape last night. All right. In that recording, you have the detective speaking to the dude that testified my brother told him he did it. This is the conversation, for the most part. Now, it's not verbatim, but this is the general conversation. The dude, the victim's baby mama and the victim's mom said that I can come down here and help you with the case. The detective says, yes. What do you know about the deceased? He says that he was with the victim that night, and that, he was with the victim that night, and that he had that he was arguing with someone from Memphis whose name, I won't even say the name, but he was arguing with somebody from Memphis who had a H nickname. Now, my brother has a H nickname as well. And the detective says, you mean H nickname for my brother? And the dude is like, oh, yeah, that name. And the detective says, well, tell me more about blank. And when I say blank, he says my brother's legal name. And the dude tells him, I don't know who he is. So he says he don't know my brother. The detective asks him, well, do you, have you ever met him? The dude says no. If I showed you a lineup, could you point him out to me? The dude says no. The detective says, well, you know, if you help me out, I'll scratch your back if you scratch my back. What does that sound like to you? What does that sound like to you? Mind you, he's in prison. What does that sound like to you? That's what we found out last night. That's what was heard last night. My brother is super confident, right? And you know what's crazy? In the discovery packet, the girl that said my brother, that she saw my brother do it, she wrote a letter. At first she was saying it wasn't my brother. Then she ended up writing a letter to the detective. So then, you know what? I think you are right. I think he did it. Yeah, I think I remember him doing it. So this is not a detective that's showing up asking, what do you know? He's showing up saying, okay, I know it was him. I know it was this guy. What can you give me to help me prove that it was this guy? That's not real detective work. That's framing somebody. That is fabricating evidence. Last night, everything is looking good. Okay. We know that the trial is getting ready to wrap up. We know that the jury is starting to see the bull crap, This morning I get a call. Mind you, I didn't even put my, the crazy thing is I usually put my phone I usually either turn my phone off or I'll put it on Do Not Disturb. I didn't do that last night. So this morning, I get a call from my brother at 5:56 this morning. I'm like, boy, why are you calling me this early in the morning? He's like, I gotta talk to you. I did something. He's like, I took a deal. I was like, what do you mean you took a deal? He says that he's been talking to his lawyer all night, and the lawyer is telling him to take the deal. Just go ahead and just take it. It's 3 years at 30%. And pretty much when he gets out, he'll be on parole or probation or something like that. I told him I was coming over the house. So I was going to bring the kids over there. We was going to send them off, come over to get some hugs in. We didn't cry. I done cried at home. I done gave the kids a chance to cry at home so that when we get over there, everybody's in good spirits and we just ready to love on them. We get over there. This man says he done changed his mind. He ready to fight. So we like, yay. I'm like, man, you could have called me. So I could have told my kids that they could go back to sleep. Whatever. But we sat over there for like an hour chilling with them. And then we went home. I haven't went to any of my brother's court dates or trials or nothing because I don't like seeing my siblings suffer. I don't like seeing them in any type of situation like that. And that is just, it's triggering. You know what? I didn't even realize it until this started happening with my brother. But I have trauma from seeing my siblings being abused when we were kids. And it's like, just being in a position where you can't help them, I can't deal with that. And so I have not been to any court dates. I talked to my brother. I talked to Marcus yesterday. I was like, hey, would you go with me today? And he was like, no, I can't do it. He don't want to go there anyways. I'm not going to pressure him either because I understand you can support people in many ways. You don't have to be there in the courtroom. So I just said I probably ain't gonna go. But then this morning after I left that house, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go watch my brother and support my brother fight. Okay, because I want him to fight. I'm encouraging him to fight. Fight to prove that this evidence is just wonky. It's not even legit evidence. And then as I'm getting dressed, I done brought the kids back home. I done took my hair out, the 2-strand twist, y'all done had it in a little afro and styled it a little bit. And I done put on my little clothes, getting ready to leave. And then my baby brother calls me and tells me that my brother took the deal. So I didn't have to tell the kids that your uncle took the deal. Mind you, when we went over this morning, we didn't do no hugs. We didn't do none of that because as soon as we came in, he was like, he just gonna go fight. I can't even 100%, I just don't. I really gotta have him. I really needed a day to just process what happened. Because outside of the roller coaster ride that started at 5:56 this morning, I was not prepared for my brother to take a deal because, like I said, none of the evidence, like the jurors did not even get a chance to listen to that tape. So if it was that on that one tape, what was on the other three? I'm bothered that his lawyer, mind you, this is a lawyer that was paid for. This ain't no public defender. We're talking $50K. I'm really puzzled as to why he told my brother to take the deal. I know my brother, when I talked to him this morning on the phone, I was like, that murder charge is gonna be with you like forever. Like it's gonna show up on your background. He was like, oh, it's okay. I got this plan for when I get out. And I'm like, okay. I didn't want to. I know he got to do what's best for him. And I know that he's tired of this. He's saying that, it's a possibility that this can go on for another year. And that's a whole nother year of him paying for that doggone ankle bracelet. He's just tired. He's tired of the whole situation. And that really, really just makes me, it really makes me sad. I ain't gonna lie to you, because like, I think about the people who are innocent. Obviously, there are a lot of guilty people that say they didn't do, the crime, but there are innocent people. And that's not the first time they offered my brother a deal. They offered my brother a deal. The first time they offered him, like, I want to say 12 to 15 years, maybe even 10 at 30%. My brother was like, no, man, and what the heck? Then they offered him 6 years at 30%. And he's like, this is like when trial starts. And he's like, no, he's not taking it. And I think like once trial started, the reality of the jury leaning, seeing the victim's mama crying and begging for justice and all that, I think that he just started thinking like, what happens if that outweighs the evidence? Because the evidence that was very, very lacking made it this far, to the point where he was even brought in. I feel like it's easy for us, his siblings and those who love him, to say, you need to fight it. Like, keep going. Don't take no deal. There's no evidence that says you do it. Like, you fight for your freedom. It's easy for us to have that. It's easy for us to have that stance where if my brother was found guilty, or if it was a mistrial or whatever, and he had to come back and the next people found him guilty, that's 51 years. And we cannot do not 1 year for him. He would have to do that himself. And so I think that reality set in, and the fact that he's just tired and he's just waiting. He's just ready to start this next chapter. Like, he's done. He just said, okay, whatever. As long as I get to move on, like, I'm done. So that makes me think about what he would have accepted. Knowing how tired he is from just having to deal with this for the past almost 3 years. What would have happened if we wouldn't have been able to bail him out of jail? Like, what if my sister didn't have that money saved up? How long would he have stayed in there and just, like, what would they have been able to give him where he would have just took it just to go ahead and get the process over with so he can go ahead and get out? Like, that really just makes me feel some type of way, because there are people in jail who have that same predicament where they just tired of fighting. They don't have money to fight, and they have a public defender, and they're just ready to move on with their life. I'm just stressed, to be quite honest. I'm not stressed. I think I'm just kind of sad because I wasn't expecting this. Like, I was expecting my brother to be able to fight this and prove that you can fight against these crooked ass people and win. And it feels like a defeat. I ain't gonna lie, it feels like a defeat. Let me go and ask my brother, can he go with me to bargain hunt, honey? Cause I want to go over there, and I need to go get a card for my brother. I'm gonna get a card. Yeah, I'm gonna get him a card. I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna get him a card.